What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. So, guys, it's been a while now, and we keep getting more people now starting to speak up about the Ryan Garcia situation, and it's so necessary. One of the things about people who don't want to indulge into like back and forths and arguments and you know um, they keep silent a lot, while the ones who is really doing the dirt ends up speaking, and they get a stranglehold on people, and people like to believe whatever it is you say when they like you. Okay. And now, like example, if you see this situation, this guy Scooter, he spoke up. Now Scooter was the guy that Ryan Garcia said gave him Ostarine, and he fired him, fired his attorney, all this kind of stuff he's talking about. The funny thing is, you never heard Scooter's name come up the whole time, right? And what did Ryan say? Haney was behind it. Diddy was behind it, right? Victor Conte was behind it. Bill, all of these people. And then he went from one person to another. He said he don't even take supplements. Now, if you see the breakdowns that people have been doing, and you remember the photos where the video actually too, we seen Andy Ruiz do the same thing, and we seen, we've heard stories of other people, but I put those videos up, and y'all remember, you see, Ostarine, and which has now been confirmed, it's not for weight loss. So what was the Ostarine for, right? And this guy Scooter said he was only with Ryan for 11 days, and pretty much he said Ryan's weight was at 156 or something like that, or he got him down to 143, and then Ryan just like, man, fuck it, I'm this is enough, I'm not doing anymore. So then they started talking about microdosing. Now, the thing is, now, the things that we know to tie it into what Ryan was doing is what people was trying to do without assuming. So people name who's coming up, then let them speak. So now Ryan Garcia has multiple lawsuits coming against him, and people are sick of his shit because he's making up lies and he just can't take accountability for himself. Now, with the microdosing situation, what people are doing, now you hear more guys talking about it. Go back a couple of years ago, we spoke about it. And so basically, boxing doesn't do random testing when there's no fight going on, right? So you can have so much of that shit in your system, and with the IV, right, they're trying to basically, like flush it out their system. And so they're telling you how when you're losing weight, though, a lot of it is hidden in your fat. And so that's why it's always like small amounts being found. So it looks like, oh, I don't think he or she took anything to try to cheat because it's such a small amount, but it is there. And they always make the claim, I don't know how I got there. So for him to say he went from blaming this person to this person to this person to this person. Look, simple. If I get up and I walk and trip and fall onto my back deck, and that's all that happened, and then let's just say a fight broke out somewhere, and someone said they thought I was there, they saw me there, and then, well, how'd you hurt your leg, if you wasn't in the fight? I don't need to tell you anything other than, look, man, I got up, I walked to go out to my back deck, I tripped and fell, hit my knee on the little table out there on the way down. Not say that, then turn around. Well, as a matter of fact, when I was sleeping, I felt like something bit me. I woke up and I had this big bump on my knee. Oh, well, I don't know. I was in the supermarket the other day, and I do remember this lady was coming with her cart, and, when she turned it, boom, it clipped my knee. No, I don't need 2, 3, 4 stories. I got up, I was walking to my back deck, I tripped, fell, hit my knee on the table on the way down. One story. If I'm telling you this is the truth and this is what happened, right? If my story keeps changing, that means I'm trying to convince you, and it's obvious I don't have faith in the story I'm telling you. Well, why wouldn't I have faith in the truth? So let me explain something to you guys as well too. We talked about plea bargains on this channel as well. Now let me give you an example of something. Ryan saying he didn't fight the case because they were going to suspend him anyway. And let's not forget, remember the video where he was saying, yo, I know my B sample was going to come back positive. I already know it. Yeah, because you know what you did. But what he's trying to make people think, or what people are trying to twist it into, is, oh, he's saying it's going to come back positive because they tainted it. They set him up. Okay, now, if you're innocent and you can prove anything, so all this, ashwagandha, and he tells, was it Ishe Smith, he was just being sarcastic, he was joking. Read between the lines. Why do people have to read between the lines? Be a fucking man. You know, say what you mean what you say. Nobody needs to read in between the lines. Understand what I'm saying? I mean, these little games, and I told you guys, Ryan's not playing. He's really screwed up in the head. The dude is not right. He's really not right. He has things wrong with him. Ryan Garcia, I can't support scumbag activity, man. I just can't. The dude is sitting there. I mean, first off, for anybody out there that claim to be any type of righteous person, for you to have someone telling you, I love God, right? Let me tell you something. Me saying I love God does not mean I have the right to shit on you. As long as I do right by God, well, treating people with the same respect and love that I want, that's what I need to give you. Okay? So when you're sitting there talking to people and you're talking about suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick, and calling people racist, you're racist, you're racist. I mean, just the stupid stuff. And you guys support this shit. This is ha ha he he, LOL. This is funny. Ryan's a scumbag. I gotta say it like it is. The dude is a scumbag. Okay? And he doesn't have an honest bone in his body. And not only did he say, but he tweeted, I don't take supplements. Well, how does this get in your system? Then you heard him telling Ish, was it Champ Side, when he asked him, why would you, okay, so if Scooter sets you up, he gave you something and you didn't know what you was taking, why would you get it? I didn't know what I was taking. Why would I not take it? Okay, so if someone tells you they're giving you something, it can help you and all that, what, you're going to tell me you wouldn't take it? So he wants to play this, I'm just an unexperienced, immature little kid. And I was taken advantage of. You are a 25-year-old grown man. And in this society where you got people, I don't remember the guy's name, his little cheerleader. He's basically everything Ryan says he supports and backs up. Ryan can do no wrong. If you don't have people around you to help keep you in check, or you're scared that if you put him in check, he's going to fire you, well, so be it. My sons are young men now. And still in their teens, but young men. And I tell them, you be careful of who you're around. Don't put people in your car that you don't know or trust. And also, you don't put yourself in a position where you're out there making a fool out of yourself, drawing the wrong type of attention to yourself. You be a leader, not a follower. Do you understand me? It's not about telling me what you think I want to hear. Because you might put yourself in a situation where Pop can't help you. Do you understand? You have to be responsible and take accountability. Keep your nose clean. Carry yourself like respectable young men. And I mean that. People around me, same thing. You can't be a jackass and hang around me because I'll tell you about yourself. And if you don't like it, so what? Because I'm going to tell you. Nobody around Ryan Garcia is telling him the things that he needs to hear. And we heard him sit there and tell Zab Judah, I don't trust family, yo. I don't trust people. No, I only trust God. All of this stuff that he said, he sounds so stupid. He sound, honestly, he doesn't even sound 25. He sounds like a 10-year-old. His brain, he's so immature. And this is what I'm saying. When this guy is speaking and he's lying and trying to play so innocent, like he's a little kid being taken advantage of, I said he's the rap version of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Tekashi 6ix9ine was in his 20s talking about, I'm just a kid, yo. Yo, these niggas jumped me. These niggas kidnapped me. Wait, you were 22 years old. So at 22, you were a kid? Bro, at 18, I had my own apartment, my own car, was paying my own bills, taking myself back and forth to work, filing my own taxes, doing everything for myself. Okay? You are 22 years old and you're calling yourself a kid. That mentality is nothing but using your age as a crutch to make excuses, to not be accountable for your actions. See, that's why it's good that people are speaking up. And I think it's only going to get worse for Ryan. Boxing commissions, everything, they're going to say, I'm sick of this kid. And as like I told you guys, he has not learned his lesson. He's making, what's the purpose of these videos he do? To rant, tell people he fucked their wife, telling people to suck his dick. I just disrespected you. Now what, bitch? Do something about it. Yeah, bitch, I just disrespected you. Bitch, do something. Come to Miami, I'll show you, bitch. That sounds like a real righteous person to me. That sounds like a real spiritual, so-called God-loving. That sounds about right. Yeah. So all these things that he sits and say, and for people that actually sit here and support this clown, it doesn't say anything good for you. The hell with all this being a fan. What is it now? It's July. Okay. I ran into a celebrity. I'm not gonna say the person's name because I'm not, it's not about. It's just a person to me. Once again, I don't see nobody. I don't see Rihanna, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, whoever. I don't see them no different than I see any of you. They're just human beings. And when I saw this person, it was, you see a person, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not starstruck. I'm not one of the, So I knew who the person was when I saw them. You see somebody. Only difference with a celebrity is you might see them in a place that you don't expect to see them. In terms of like they're not from where they are. They travel. Things happen. It's not the first time I've met several celebrities. I know some of them before they became celebrities. Okay, but bottom line is when I saw this person, I'm looking at him. He's looking at me, and he smiled. How you doing, brother? I looked when I realized who it was. I didn't even acknowledge that. I just, how you doing, man? How you day going? I said, man, my day is fine. Yours? He goes, everything good, man. And he's standing there smiling, and it's almost like he wanted me to, like, yo, you such and such a, you know what I mean? But no. So I'm standing there, and he looks, hey, man, yeah, it's nice, man, that, whatever. Hey, and I went, I got my food, and I just, on the way out, someone said, man, enjoy the rest of your day, stay up. He said, yeah, you too, baby. I hear that, yeah. And I went on about my business. This is the first time, and I'm not even saying who it is because it doesn't matter, okay? But this is the first time I even mentioned it since the other day when I saw this person, okay? So what I'm saying, none of that stuff matters to me. So I'm explaining that just for the simple fact, once again, to reiterate that I don't care about who I like as a fighter. You could be a funny person, whatever. You playing movies type of movies I like. I don't care about any of that. I'm not starstruck. I'm not, oh my God, that's such and such. Oh, they go, oh, guess who I saw today? Oh, can I get a picture? Because people are not going to believe me if I tell them I met you. But if they see all this stuff that people do, no. So it has nothing to do with any of that. It's about right and wrong. It's about making the right decisions. Always remember you have people that you love and care about. Sometimes, especially when you have like sons and daughters, okay? Because there's certain people that you probably love more than yourself that you die for. You understand what I mean? And so if someone mistreated them, if someone was treating them unfair, you wouldn't like that. You understand what I mean? If your son or daughter got in the ring to fight someone, and even if they fought the wrong strategy, but you come to find first off that the person doesn't even honor the sport to make weight, his contracted weight, that this is what the weight I was contracted to fight in. Fuck that. I'm Ryan Garcia, bitch. I do what I want. Right? Then come to find out that the motherfucker was cheating. How would you feel if it was your son that went in there? And I don't care about him fighting the wrong strategy, but how would you feel knowing this dude went in there and could have killed my son? He had to cheat. He had to cheat to do what he did. Wrong strategy or not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's the principle. If you're going to beat me fair and square. Simple. So all of these things that people sit there and go into fanboy mode, yeah, and that little chick that always is with Ryan, always putting her face in front of the camera, and the guy that's always sitting there sucking him off, because basically that's all he does. He sit there and no matter what, man, Ryan's innocent. Ryan would never cheat. And the funny thing is when Ryan says that, he always says, where everybody knows I don't cheat. I mean, because like, why would I cheat? Why would anybody cheat, Ryan? Why would anybody? I think we all know. Okay? And for him, he flip-flops with his words. Even him saying, I'm not worried about none of you motherfuckers. I got the top lawyers. I got lawyers, this and that. I got the top lawyers. Right, you just fired one, didn't you? Then he turns around and says he's stressed out. Yeah, that's why, of course, I have a pimple. I'm stressed out. I got people trying to sue me. Everybody's trying to sue me. Well, I thought you just said you wasn't worried about anybody. You don't care about no, I'm not scared of no lawyers. I got lawyers. I got the best lawyers. You talked about I'm rich. I got, yeah, right. Same things that people hate when Floyd Mayweather constantly talks about his money, his car collection, and all this, and like showing off. It's not to inspire other people. It's not meant for that. It's just to show off. I got this. I got that. Right? Yeah, same thing. Anytime somebody mention I got money or talk about how niggas is broke, we got money over here, we like all that kind of arrogant, stupid shit. He's doing the same things. But then he goes from saying, I'm not scared of no lawyers, I got the best lawyers and I don't care, to I'm stressed out because everybody's trying to sue me. But you're still not smart enough to shut your mouth, stand on business, and change your ways. I remember what fight, I don't remember who it was he fought. I do remember. I can't remember the guy's name. The little short, dark-skinned guy. Was it Fundora? Fundora. Not Fundora, I'm sorry. Not Fundora. Anyway, I can't remember the guy's name. But he fought him. And I remember at the end of that fight, I remember things that Ryan was saying, and people in the comment section were saying, yo, Ryan's grown up. Yo, I'm so proud of him. Yo, you can see he's a changed guy. Why are you saying that? Because at the end of this fight, this is when I can't remember. I think his name starts with an F too, though. But so basically, why are you saying that? Because you're admitting, yeah, the dude's a bit of a dick. He talks a lot of shit and unnecessary stuff, and he was talking, you know, about how he's not talking no more. And he's just gonna do what he does and all this. He loves God, right? He went from that to look at him now, and you guys don't see through this fraud. Hey, people go through things. You know, a lot of really bad things happen to people. A lot of people bring a lot of things on themselves. They just have to blame someone else. They can never be honest about where they stand. Now, for all of these people that's suing Ryan, this is what he deserves. All the money he made betting on himself, he needs to have to pay that shit back. Okay, there's a fly in here and it's annoying the hell out of me. Okay, but he needs to basically grow up. And if a person doesn't learn lessons in life, they won't change and they'll keep doing the same things over and over until something happens and it gets out of hand. And I'm telling you, you guys know that you keep jumping in front of a camera, running your mouth, telling people you want to fuck their wives or you fuck their wife and all this kind of stuff and bringing people kids into it. And like the one comment that he made, like what he said, I think I gave Devin Haney brain damage, you know, like just to, you know, so wait, so when you pray, do you pray for people's safety? Do you pray for their health? You know, how even fighters, you say, like, you know, no matter what you feeling before a fight and what you're doing to pump yourself up, that you don't want to kill nobody, right? You want to make sure that you what do they always say? They're thankful that me and my opponent came out safe. You know, no permanent damage or whatever and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, even then you don't know the effects that the fight you in had on you. You know, so you go from that to making fun of the fact that just saying you think you gave him brain damage and he stutters a lot. Now you see all of those things, and somebody can rape someone and say, "I love God." You rape someone. Yeah, but it's not like I had any malice towards that person. I just didn't have none in a long time. I saw the person and I just felt like I wanted to make her feel good. And I wanted to make myself feel good. What's wrong with that? Yeah, that's logical, isn't it? You just do what you want. You want something, take it. Doesn't matter if you're violating someone. Anybody, any idiot can make a claim, I'm this, I'm that. Slave owners were Christians. So it doesn't matter what you call yourself. Some of the most evil-hearted people can call themselves, it don't matter. Oh, I'm a Buddhist monk. I'm Greek Orthodox. I'm not, care what, you call yourself what you want. Who you are as a person, and that's the thing. Notice these people claiming that they're spiritual, they're religious, but it doesn't change you. It doesn't make you a better person. And the only thing that you base your so-called blessings on is having a mansion, having millions of dollars, and having material stuff. Aside from that, nope. And that's why when people say, only God can judge me, well, your God doesn't talk to us, right? We don't have contact with it. Now, you can believe that all you want, that, oh, yeah, but no, God is spiritual and we do it. Okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, the point is, nobody's correcting you. Your God didn't make you say, Ryan, don't cheat. No, I don't like that. No, you're not going to do. No, didn't do that. So yeah, it's easy to sit here and say, it's like when somebody say, I'm just going to leave it in God's hands. You know what that comes down to? It takes no energy at all to do nothing. And cowards do that. People who can't come up with a solution, they do that. People that don't know what's going on and they're just lost. Like, okay, I don't know what else to do. But when you do things spitefully, when you do things and pretty much, see, it's easy to say that. Like you always hear, remember when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? Remember when Will went up there and accepted his award? And he said, D told me, you know, when you're at your highest point, that's when the devil comes from you. So Chris Rock does what he always does. I always said, I feel like a lot of times comedians do cross the line. But what do we remember about that Chris Rock Will Smith situation? When Chris Rock first said that joke, Will Smith was laughing. It's all until he saw Jada's face and see she didn't like that joke. Now he wants to go up here and have his, maybe she'll accept me like she accept Tupac moment, and goes and slap the shit out of Chris Rock on national TV. So if the devil came for you, did he come for you through Chris Rock or through your wife? Just saying, right? So anybody can get up here talking about, well, God this and God that, or the devil this and that. What does that mean? They're just making claims. I can sit here and tell you, the Lord made me do that. What did the Lord have to do with me jumping? Anybody can make claims. So, yeah, I mean, and Ryan, you know, for people that say, but if you're going to get Ryan, you got to get everybody. It has to start somewhere. And also, let's understand something. When it happened with Alicia Baumgardner, she just said what she said and then zipped it. Dylan White, he said he's innocent. He don't know how whatever got in the system. Then he just zipped it. Everybody else, with the exception of Conor Ben, I hope the apology is as loud as there's the insults and all, right? All that thing, crying on front of the camera, talking about how he's innocent. Even Chris Eubanks, what's his name? Nigel Ben. Conor Ben, Chris Eubanks Sr. was talking about how he knows Nigel, he doesn't think that the guy cheated and all, whatever. But his story constantly changes as well. See, the more you talk, but you're not proving you're innocent, you're just talking, saying you're innocent, and then showing you have a chip on your shoulder, like you don't understand why people are looking at you the way they do, it makes you look really bad. It really does. And the fact that you're acting like the fight should still go on. So if Chris Eubanks Jr. says, nah, let's fight. Okay, it doesn't matter if this guy cheated. Let the fight go on anyway. So you see what I'm saying? The more you run your mouth, the more you talk. But this guy, even Conor Ben, didn't speak nearly as much as Ryan's doing. And this dude just keep going live doing stupid ass videos. Remember when O.J. Simpson did that video? It came on TV. I didn't commit that murder. But if I would have did it, this is how I would have done it. If you watched that video, before you watched it, you knew you just fucked yourself up. Okay? They have a story, I think, on Netflix right now. Netflix or Amazon, one of them. And it says OJ. Now in the red bold letters, it says he did it. So when it says he didn't or whatever, but why it's highlighted in those bold red letters is because it's like, hey, for one, he's not here to defend himself anymore. But two, you see in America when people say justice was served, the American Constitution, the American government, have pride and dignity. And they have professional people that's trained in those departments to make sure that they do diligence and that they make the right decision, abiding the laws and enforcing our rules for the American citizens. But then certain people beat the case. What's happening to America? Right? So OJ beating that case, right? It put a nasty taste in a lot of people's mouths. So from the time that happened up until now, people are like, see, the devil, we caught this devil, right? So what are they saying though? Didn't matter how many years it took, because remember, him getting locked up had nothing to do with what happened with the murder of his wife and the guy. Okay, but the fact of the matter is, like, he wound up doing time anyway for something else. But him dying and people being able to now speak about that story the way that they want to, it makes them feel great that they get to express themselves and say that this man was guilty. Listen, here's what I'm saying. For people that feel they need that satisfaction of being able to say, yeah, look at what happened. Like somebody could have did something when they was 10 years old. They died 98. And then you got people going, see, that's right. What goes around comes around. Dude, he was 98. It's like the woman that got Emmett Till killed. She died a couple years ago of natural causes. Nobody did anything to her. Right? Nobody did anything to her. If something would have happened to her, somebody would have did something to her, there would have been stories that people thought was interesting that would get attention. Like people would have said things like, could this be karma? Could this be someone knew who she was, got revenge for Emmett Till, even after all these years? But nobody touched her. She died of, like I said, natural causes on her own. Nobody did anything to her. You don't think people would have said what she did was wrong? It was a terrible thing. But that was a long time ago. And, certain things you just got to just let go of. And certain people, they made excuses for Jeffrey Dahmer when he was locked up. Charles Manson. There's people that they actually had a heart for. And these were evil, wicked, rotten people. Okay? So, y'all better take a look. Look at these rappers, man. Look at these people that like to get in front of these cameras. Hey, nigga, you know what it is. What, nigga? My address is this and it. Pull up, nigga. And all of this type of shit. You telling people to suck your dick. You talking about fucking people's wives. You never know when your ass might be at an airport or walking somewhere thinking you're okay. Pop, all of a sudden you're gone. And you know what's so crazy? Remember the so-called intrusion of his house? I'm just glad I wasn't there. And he tried, people overlook this. He was trying to make it look like Devin Haney sent somebody to his house to rob him. You rich, but you don't have surveillance cameras? I got surveillance cameras all around my house. You don't have surveillance cameras around your house? You rich. You don't, You don't think somebody would like, who are you, right?
I'm just glad I wasn't there.
And notice, he didn't even get into the point of, hey, man, I'm glad that my family was safe, that nothing happened to them. So people just walked in your house, took whatever they wanted, and walked out. You and your house was not. I mean, what? I had cameras. Okay, so wait, and this was in broad daylight. But notice how he didn't make a big deal out of that.
I'm just glad that
No, don't be shocked if one day we hear somebody come out and say, "Yo, Ryan paid us to." Or told us to, mask up and pretend we was robbing just to get the video footage because he was trying to make it look like Devin Haney did it. He probably felt like authorities, would start questioning Devin Haney. Yeah, but they wasn't in Miami. Yeah, that doesn't mean people don't have goons all over the place, right? You see, we glorify the wrong things. Example, I forget what's this guy, Nate Diaz. One of the Diaz brothers have a MMA fight coming up, and there's a video up right now. I didn't watch it. And you see his opponent walking. The thumbnail says something Nate Diaz goons roll up on his opponent, talk about to humble him. He was talking a lot of shit. So we're gonna glorify this now? How tough does it make you to walk up to somebody with people? It's not like you walked up by yourself. Remember, Deontay and his boys jumping Dominic Brazil? And then all of denying it from, see, all that, right? Remember Deontay's brother was vocal about it and was saying all this stuff? Now all of a sudden Deontay and his own brother ain't cool. He's screwing his brother's wife or whatever, girlfriend, whatever, all this can see. Shit comes back to you. So when we sit here and start making these excuses for people and we start tapping into, I don't understand this emotional attachment. I love my family. I love people that show me love. But your occupation, your profession has nothing to do with how I feel about you. You could be great at your job. You could be, you could be a great doctor, but be the big scumbag when it comes to your wife and your kids. She's a great nurse, great lawyer, but she's a scumbag when it comes to her husband and her kids. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, this person right here does a whole lot for people at the church, but for some reason, she talks bad about everybody, and every time she helps a person, she got to go tell everybody who she helped and what she did for them. So what you do doesn't necessarily make you a good person, and it's great that people are speaking out. And if Ryan has to be the first example, because the more he talks, he's going to keep digging holes for himself. And nobody around him is telling him, Ryan, you need to shut up. Like, you really need to just shut up. Stay off social media, man, because all you're doing is, Eric Bischoff wrote that book, Controversy Creates Cash, right? And that's what he thinks is happening. And that's where his fan base come from. These little sissy-ass social media sessions that he have. I don't even know where to get steroids. I don't take supplements. Like a little boy, like a little second grader talking to his school principal or guidance counselor or teacher trying to explain his innocence, right? I'm just a little kid. I just play video games and play with my action figures and my Legos and my Hot Wheels. I don't know anything about real stuff. Come on, y'all. So everybody's putting their foot on Ryan's neck. With the intentions of exposing the truth and showing you how frauds move. And the fact of the matter is, there's many frauds, there's many fake people in this world, and those people are going to continue to support him because they're just like him. Ask yourself this question. If you found out that there was a rapist living in your neighborhood, and they told you that this rapist donate a lot of money to less fortunate families, they help a lot of kids, they do shoe drives, book bag drives, would those good deeds make you say you feel safe with him around your kids? Okay. So this is what I mean. When I hear people talk and they try to make themselves seem like they're good people. So once again, that whole I love God oh, as long as I have Jesus, I don't need nobody else. I used to hear people say, oh, as long as I got Jesus, everybody else can kiss my ass. Because only Jesus can judge me and all this stuff. Yeah, that's these people that think that they're better than you. That's these people that think they can do whatever they want to do and it's not wrong. So the more Ryan talks, the more he's going to hang himself. He's in trouble right now because of his own actions and his own mouth. And once you get to the point where things are happening and it's, hey, naughty boy, you know not to do that. Oh, that's it? I'm about to turn up now. Now I'm really going to act up. Look at where being a clown got Adrian Broner. Look at, there's several people we can look at and we can say, look at what happened to this person. Their own actions and nobody could tell them anything. They knew everything, right? So, anyway, I just wanted to get on this a little bit because, justice needs to be served. And anybody that gets caught doing anything and, they put up this type of behavior on top of that, you got to look at things for what they are. Self-defense isn't the same as attacking someone. Okay? And, let me also get back to the point that I was making before I close this video. The point that I was making about plea bargains and talking about how people do things, like his reason for not fighting the case was bullshit. It was just a stupid excuse. Especially when you talk about how innocent you are and you think you said enough to prove your innocence already. So what else is it you're going to show? You know you had nothing. Oh, the reason I'm going to be guilty is because they want me to be guilty. They're setting me up. Okay, wait. So let me tell you the difference of something too. About a plea bargain and admitting something too. We talked about this with Floyd's situation, the domestic thing, and making a point about plea bargains. Well, let me tell you personally, I know a situation. Guy's trying to leave his house. The woman, you ain't going nowhere, nigga. Fuck that. You motherfucker. She hitting him and all this shit, and he grabbed her. He threw her to the bed. Not even the floor, not the sofa, not the coffee table, the bed. Okay? You toss women hard than that doing rough sex, right? Slam her to the bed and go, look, keep your fucking hands off me. I'm walking out that door. Leave me the fuck alone. He walks out. Right? Call the police and everything. Sir, did you put your hands on her? Yeah, I put my hands on her. She kept hitting me. She's punching me. I grabbed her. I stopped and I threw her to the bed. I pinned her down and told her, keep her fucking hands off me. Right? I'm walking out that door. Leave me the fuck alone. Sir, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Okay, he just admitted that he put his hands on her. Was that situation treated fairly? Absolutely not. So she can punch and hit on him. He don't even punch her back. He don't even slap her. He grabs her arms and pins her down to make her stop. When you're crying in front of kids on top of that, mommy, right? Of course. Right? So what happens? He looks like the bad guy. I was there. They didn't even ask me anything. They didn't come to me as a witness to, nope. And I spoke to his lawyer, and he was like, nope, they didn't ask me. They said this doesn't matter. Because why? He admitted that he did it. So when you hear domestic violence, what do you think? Nope, that's not what happened. Do I think he was wrong for what he did? No. She's literally swinging, punching him. She just looked around for like she was trying to grab something, and he's walking, and she's trying to, and she's doing this in front of the kids. And he grabbed her. He put a stop to that shit. On the bed, a freaking mattress. She did all of that. Yeah, he got locked up. Yeah. But I can tell you this. She did extremely bad without him. She wound up losing that place. And pretty much, she started messing around with someone else that we know. Got pregnant by him too. Yeah. Life was just, boom. Before I know it, she's that chick walk around with her feet all cracked up and all ashy and hair sticking all this looking bad. going to the corner store with 5, 6 kids and all this and always in a... So she basically didn't do anything but screw herself up. And when that brother got out, he picked up where he left off, got shit back on track, and he was good. So, but it was bottom line. So yeah, when they say he took the plea, no, he said he pleaded guilty. Yeah, he admitted what he did. That doesn't mean he punched her, kicked her, stomped her, bit her, elbowed her. No, kneed her. He didn't do any of that. Hit her with a weapon. No. Okay? So you can say, yeah, I did it. Now, if he would have said he didn't do it, now we got to isolate the kids and ask the kids what they saw happen. Now, who was there? My partner was there. Okay, let's isolate him and ask him what happened. If they did that, and he said now if he lied and said he never touched her at all, he didn't hit her. He did no physical damage to her. You think that that's fair? That man had to get locked up for that bullshit? But that's the way the system works. So now let's say it goes into the fact of the matter is, if I say, yeah, he just grabbed her to stop her from hitting him. And, he pushed onto the bed, made her stop, and then he left. And then, that's when we went bowling, and then next thing we know, y'all come up. And, yeah. So he admitted, yeah, I grabbed her. Okay. The fact you put your hands on her. What about the fact she put her hands on him? All right. So it didn't work in a two-way street. So what I'm saying is, he said, yeah, I pleaded guilty. Yeah, I did it. But people try to twist it and make things to be something different. Now, you take Ryan Garcia, like I said, him saying that he's damned if he do, pretty much, and damned if he don't, because they want him to be guilty. No. And then he keeps changing his story. Remember I told you guys, was it my first or second video? And I said, let's just see. I think it's the first one. Let's just see how his story changes throughout this process. And how many times have he changed why Austrian was in this system? Who was responsible for Austrian being in this system? He got the best lawyers, then he fires lawyer. And this guy Scooter did this, and Scooter set me up. Scooter's a good guy, but he's just a puppet for whoever, Al Heyman or somebody or whatever. And now they can't use him anymore because I fired him, right? And all. And he's always referred to somebody as a bitch, or always talk about fucking somebody's woman. He always saying all these stupid things that have nothing to do with what's actually being said. And y'all think that this dude is a good dude? Y'all think that that's normal? Him sitting there crying, talking about somehow he's trying to help the kids. They try to stop his fight for trying to help the kids. Then he comes out and makes an apology about what he said about the product. So how the hell are you trying to help the kids by lying to them? Because if you apologize for something, it means you know that you were wrong, right? So and saying what this stuff has in it and how it's getting kids hooked and it's destroying kids, then you turn around and apologize? Or did you make that apology to avoid a lawsuit but didn't realize it was too late? Logan was like, nah, we're going to get you. Nah, you insulted us. That's defamation of character, bro. Nah. And you're lying. Because we can sit here and read what's in our product. Can you? You know what comes in. You know what comes in another product that you don't take, but you don't even know what you put in your own body. Make that make sense. So yeah, and there's no smart. Listen, fighter or no fighter, as a man, as a human being, can I walk up to you and say, "Hey man, drink this. What is it, man? Just drink it." I mean, somebody trusts you. You still gonna ask that question. Well, what is it? You understand what I mean? Simple. That's natural. What is it? Like, I don't eat pork. Sometimes a person might make something. Yo, taste this. What is it? It's such and such. What's that meat? Oh, that's pulled pork. Nah, I don't eat pork. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna sit here and just eat it because you're telling me to eat it. I'm gonna drink it just because you're no. And you're a fighter. Ryan Garcia shows the more you talk, he's not intelligent at all. He's pretty much on the stupid side. it doesn't take much to do the things that he's doing. But his personality, his character, he's a rotten person. He's a lying, no good, scumbag, rotten person that's had opportunities that other people really wish they could have. But I tell you guys, it's like, in this day and time, people feel like they can do and say what they want, and you have a bunch of people that's supportive of it, and they, oh, but such and such did it, what they have to do with him? But she did it, what they have to do with that person? You know, you know, I like Hannah Gabriels as a fighter, but even Hannah with she put cream on her hands, and she kind of took a similar route in saying she spoke to the commission and told them before she did it what she was using, and they said it was okay. Then after she used it, then they said, oh, but it's in your system and whatever. So if what she said was true, there's no way she should have been suspended, right? Right? She didn't go get her lawyer to fight that case either. So now that her case, I guess her suspension is up. Now she's talking about they suspended her to protect Clarissa Shields, and she's trying to get attention to herself. That type of talk doesn't get you what you think you're gonna get, but fortunately for her, well, at least I haven't seen any other videos of her popping up where she's just constantly talking about it to try to prove her innocence, because it's pretty much, it's like anytime you tell a person you don't know how something got in your system, you claim you're innocent, and then you go through all this talking about what you did, what the process was. You did all of that, but you still never proved anything other than just saying you put cream on your hands. Look, especially to say the puppy had wounds. You take rubber gloves, no powder. Even with the rubber gloves, I still rinse rubber gloves off. Do you understand? And then you take the ointment and then you put it onto the wound. Why would you take your bare hand and do it? Fighter or no fighter? You understand what I'm saying? This is a wound. Okay? As human beings, if you order food and you see somebody scratching their hair, I don't care. They just wash their hair. It's just the principle, right? If you saw somebody just scratch their arm and then they're handing food, but like, okay, now what if somebody had a scab and they peeled the scab and then went and touched it? You'd be like, oh no, what are you, right? This is an open wound. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't have one, but I'm saying that's an open wound. So now you're gonna take a dog who has sores and all that on his body, whatever, and you're gonna take and put this stuff on wound on a puppy and ruin your fight. Okay? But she made herself look bad in saying they suspended her purposely. They suspended to protect Shields. Like, oh, come on, y'all. Anyway, so Ryan has opened up a can of worms for himself, and the more he talks, the worse it gets for him. And he deserves everything that's happening. And he really needs worse. And what he needs to do is get help. But maybe his ego and his immaturity is too much to keep him from getting help that he needs. And when you are sitting up here talking about, I think I gave this guy brain damage, yeah, because trying everything is just, he thinks his shit doesn't stink. He really thinks he can just say and do what he wants. So, he might put himself in a position where his boxing career just comes to an end. And I don't give a shit if he think he wants to be an actor or if he think he wants to be a singer or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. But other people are not going to deal with him the same way. And when you get into, you're trying to be in the entertainment business or whatever, understand something. When you are difficult to deal with, when you are a liar, when you are someone that gets yourself caught up in the wrong things, it would only be a matter of time before in the news today, singer Ryan Garcia arrested for cocaine use or this and because you're going to get around people that's going to want to know about boxing and what happened and what was going on and shit like that. And you go into these wild parties. He's already a drunk. He's already a weed head. Next thing you know, somebody's offering you something stronger, and guess what? You indulge. Same dude that said, wouldn't it be cool? And here's the thing. He talked about, I was answering a question. Nobody asked him anything about being able to use steroids. He clearly came out, it wasn't a question. He came out of his face and said, wouldn't it be cool? Imagine if you had like an MMA league, a fighting league that you could use steroids. That would be so cool. That came out of his mouth. So was you then again just joking? Read between the lines? No. But I'm about to get off this video. About to close this video. And I just wanted to bring that up and get into that. It's good that people are speaking out and not just saying things behind closed doors, but making it public. Because, and Scooter did a video, I don't remember with who, I watched the video, and he pretty much said, that's where I got that from. He said that he was working with Ryan for 11 days. He wasn't with him through a whole training camp. And his only purpose was to get Ryan's weight down to his fight weight. That was it. And he said Derrick James was right there. Everybody was looking at his weight. He was 156. And then when he wound up getting down to 143, he just basically gave up. Like, fuck it, I'm not doing it. Like, purposely. And then we all knew that. He said it openly. You see. So, Derrick James and nobody else is getting involved. Notice that coming to his defense to say anything. The statement that was made from Golden Boy saying that, oh, he took so many supplements to try to lose weight. That's what showed up in his system. Okay, but your own fighter, Ryan, sat there on his own video and said, I don't even take supplements. He tweeted the same thing. So, you guys, as his team, is saying something completely different from him. So, who's lying? Anyway, y'all, talk to me in the comment section. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.